What's that all about? Okay, let's try that again. Okay, everybody, welcome back. It is the end of January, and where did that go? 1 minute it was Christmas, the next minute it's the end of January. What's happened? Well, February is literally around the corner. It's so close, I can pretty much smell it. But this month has been pretty busy down in Brick Prefecture. I've got a lot of things I want to show you, some updates for things that have changed, and just to give you an overview of what's been happening in the city. We'll do that in a second. But before we do, I want to take this opportunity to really say thank you to everybody that subscribed on the back of our last video. Really appreciate it. If there are any new people here, please drop your comments below. I love to read anything that you want to put down there. I'll try to reply to as many as possible. Also, don't forget we are on Instagram as well, and I'm pretty active over there. There are daily updates, well, more than daily updates really. Every chance I get to take a picture, I will do, and I'll put it on there. So if you do subscribe, prepare to be bombarded with pictures. But it's a good place to interact with the channel. Also, if there's any live streams, they generally tend to happen first over there. I am looking at doing it on YouTube as well, so hopefully we'll see a lot of live things happening on here shortly. Let me know your feelings on that. I always like to hear where people like to watch things, and also what sort of stuff do you like to watch. I know a lot of other brick channels do a lot around sort of reviewing sets and talking you through builds and things like that, so I find those interesting sometimes, but not always. So let me know what you like, and I'll see if I can do any content based around that. At the moment, I like to see city overviews. I like to see the full cities that people are developing and building, and just changes that are happening and things that I could incorporate into mine. So that's where my content is being aimed at the moment. It's kind of like what I want to see. And the changes that are happening in Brick Prefecture that I'm giving you guys every month are my diary, really, of things that have been happening. So I can look back, and I encourage you guys to look back at the old videos as well to see how things have changed. But that's enough waffling from me. Let's head over. Let's look at all the changes that have been happening. Roll the film. Here we go. Let's have a look at what's been happening in Brick Prefecture, and I'm sure straight away you can all guess or see the biggest thing that's changed, and that is the monorail. That's something that's been in the works since Brick Prefecture was first thought of, probably 3-4 years ago. It's taken me this long to actually get it in place where it's actually running, and it's running properly. The train obviously isn't built yet. It's just got a battery box connected to the motor, and it's just doing its thing, running round and round. And it's going to be pretty awesome. I'm looking forward to that. The next thing you'll notice is that little, or not little, the big white train going around has actually had, one half of it has had a bit of an update on the livery. I've changed how that looks. So it's orange at the front with some green and pink stripes going down the back. I'm pretty pleased with that. It took longer than I thought, but we got there in the end, and it's running all right, and it actually looks pretty good. It's just ever so slightly wide. I'm going to have to move something out of the way because it keeps tapping on something, so I'm going to have to rearrange something there. But essentially, that's all looking good. The monorail track layout is kind of fixed now. That's where it's going to stay. We're going to have a station at one end and a station at the other end, and nothing else in between, really. I might have... I don't know, we'll see where that one goes. What you'll also notice is right in the middle there, where that crossroads is. Since last time, there's actually been a level crossing added, so that wasn't there before. I think the basics of it was there before. Anyway, let's move on a bit. There goes the monorail. Let's let him get out of the way. We're over on the right side of the city. Now, this is what I like to call kind of the shopping and business area. There's a few, well, these are all mocks really, apart from this big one at the front here. And I tried to make it look nice and clean and tidy and very simple and very clean. And you guys will know this from the past videos here. There's going to be some work happening over here. I want to put some sort of tiling in for pavement and things like that. At the moment, I have completely run out of dark grey 2x2 tiles, so I'm going to probably have to either order some or rethink this area. I'm not sure yet. We'll see where it goes. If you do follow on Instagram, you'll notice that the geisha here, she has had a couple of posts dedicated to her. And what you'll also notice here, if you look really closely, is the downfalls of playing with Lego or building with Lego, and that's dust. I need to get the duster out to sort of clean up some of this. I notice there's a bit of dust gathering, so I need to sort that out. The cobblestone path runs right from the front here all the way back to the rear wall, so that's about 4.5 base plates, and the idea behind that was I just wanted it to be a nice little canal walk for people. We're going to put a load of minifigs on there, and in the back you can see the green footbridge, which takes you from the sort of middle of Brick Prefecture over to the business and shopping district. There goes the monorail again. Okay, so this is going to have some changes, the Ninjago ship here. I want to make that into a restaurant. I think I've mentioned that before, but it's going to happen, don't worry. And comment from last time was, could we focus a bit more on the market here? A lot of people are interested in some of the sets here, and if I get chance, I will link to where you can get those from. They are really nice. They are cloth signage on those, and it looks really nice. I really like these. They just add a lot of feeling to the city and a lot of depth. Trees are still there. I'm probably going to make some more of those because I really like how much they add to the city and how different it makes it look. So I'm probably going to build some more of those, and maybe that's a subject for a live feed. Maybe I'd do a live feed of building trees and just show you how to make those. I don't know. I'm still undecided on that one. So yeah, what I also want to do, and if you are following on Instagram again, you'll notice I'm starting to do portraits of some of the minifigs that are in here, because I think some of them are really nice and really interesting, and some of the printing is extremely detailed on these. So I just want to show those to you guys, because a lot of them are not official Lego. So I just want to show you what the competition's up to, really, because they are up to some really good stuff. So coming across the front here, nothing's changed on this bit. This is all fine, but the monorail does run over the top there. There he goes. He goes across the top of the Starbucks build, and there's the sort of top station. Now this side of Brick Prefecture is where there's been a lot happening. You'll notice, if you're really perceptive, you'll notice there's some buildings that have disappeared. I've got rid of Cafe Corner. I really didn't like that building. It just wasn't doing anything for me, so that's gone. Also, the Ninjago docks that was connected to the main Ninjago city build, that's gone. I'm undecided as to whether to bring that back or not. So down the back here was where it used to be located, but I've since taken that out, and I've actually created a new raised platform area. I just wanted to lift it up just a little bit more so we can actually see the buildings along here. And this is where, like I said, the next station is going to be for the monorail. That's going to be there. Here is the raised area. Again, it's just another board with some cabinet legs underneath it, just to raise it up. And this here, I'm not sure what I'm going to do with this yet, but we'll see how it develops. The big building at the back there, the tall, what I like to call sort of Ninjago city apartments, I'm not sure whether that's going to stay. I might get rid of it. I don't know yet. This big road here actually again runs from the front all the way to the back. So again, it's about 4.5 base plates. It's going to be made a little bit more interesting. The crane again is moved over. Still not sure whether to keep that or not. We'll see. I do this all the time. I move things around, then decide whether I want them. But it's Lego at the end of the day. If I want to take it apart, I'll take it apart. I can always put it back together again. The road needs some traffic on it, and it's probably going to change. It's looking a bit too straight, so I might add in some T-junctions and crossroads, just to add a bit more interest. I think it worked really well in the center of the town, so I'll probably do the same there as well. Now, panning across, you can see that new road layout that's happening there. That's where all of my grey tiles went, and it used a lot, too many, but I think adding open areas like that, which are covered in tiles, actually makes everything look really nice, and it's clean, and it's also really easy to dust that as well. But it just gives a feeling of open space. The Ninjago city that we're just going past now, I am going to change that, and it's going to have my digital signboards put back on there. If you sort of dig further back in the Instagram timeline, the YouTube timeline, you'll see that I used to have some digital signage in the city that was made from old telephones, old mobile phones. So I'm going to bring those back because I missed them and I liked them. And again, they added something to the city. So I'm going to add those back in. Coming down under the city, just wait for this train to get out of the way. I think the batteries are slowly wearing down on this. We might have to swap those out and recharge those. Here comes the new train, or the new front carriage, let's say. But under here is going to be kind of a massive change, really, because I've cleared this space, I've opened it up, and I'm slowly replacing some of the supports with Lego supports because I want to build. When this train gets out of the way, come on, move. I want to actually build a big station down here underneath. I want it lots of glass. I want it to be really open, bright, lots of LED lights. And again, we might have some of those digital signage boards down here as well. Not quite sure how I'm going to tackle that yet because it is on a curve. So if anyone has seen anybody else make a curved platform for Lego, let me know. Just so I can jump over there and see some of the techniques that other people are using, because at the moment it's kind of got me stumped. I've got ideas, but I'm not quite sure how to implement those yet. So we'll see. It's Lego, it's hobbies. It doesn't need to be done now. I can do it later. Again, here we go. Passion project, the level crossing. I really wanted to get this in, and I'm really, really happy with how it turned out. I just think it looks nice. I'd like to get some lights on here if I can. I might see if there's a lighting kit out there to put on the level crossing warning signs, because I think that would be really cool to add in. Again, if anyone knows of anybody that does those, let me know, because I am on the lookout for lights as well at the moment. One of the goals further down the line is to get all of this lit up, so when I switch the lights off at night, it looks like a proper city. I'm not sure how I'm going to tackle this because the city is so dense. I'm not sure how I'm going to run wires through it because I don't want things like that on show. So again, if anyone's got any ideas, let me know. Otherwise, I'll struggle through. We'll get there in the end. That's the thing with all of this stuff, is we get there in the end. Here comes the monorail again. You can see I'm really pleased with this. The fact that it's actually working, it's actually running. Really pleased with that. Really so happy that's running. I don't know whether to work on that next or not, or who knows. Again, back down to the level crossing. Really like this. I like how it works. I like how it integrates and ties everything together. But again, there's all of those grey tiles. That's where they all went. The 7-Eleven store there, it's not quite finished yet. I need to put some more vending machines and interior detail onto that. But I'll get around to that eventually. I work on Lego as and when I feel like it. If I don't want to build something, I won't. I'll just jump onto something else and come back to it later. So I do a lot of jumping around. So you'll see, if you look really closely, you'll see a lot of half-finished jobs because I got bored with it and I thought, no, I'll just do it later. I'll just do something else now. I don't like feeling pressured into doing it because that kind of takes the fun away. It's still going to be there tomorrow, so I might as well leave it and come back to it later. Here we go. Let's pull back here and let's have a look. The windmill is still going. Still like that build. I like the fact I've actually integrated it properly into the city rather than having it as just a basic base plate sat there on the edge. It does actually look like it's doing something. Okay, I'm going to shut up for a minute or so. You guys can just sit back, watch the city go round and round and round, and we'll be back again in March with another update. I'm going to try and post before then as well with other things that are happening. But until then, I'll see you later.